Hello, how are you? Gil Arturo Lopez here, aka Galo. And the message I have for you today, it is related to a couple of things. When we are trying to improve, when we are looking to get better, or anything that you want, relationships, career, business, anything that you wanted to be better at, the first thing we do is doing some kind of a research or start looking for opportunities, what is that we are missing, etc. And when we are on that search, we tend to find many options on what is not working and what can we fix. And the problem with that is that at one moment we can be overwhelmed with the amount of information, and sometimes we don't know exactly what to do, so we are just jumping from one thing to another thing. So like for example, now that there is a lot of information available, especially in the internet, we tend to look for information and then we just go into the rabbit hole, and it's a non-stop. So I don't know if that happened to you ever, but it happened to me multiple times. So yesterday I was able to participate in a webinar that actually I was talking about as well on the video from yesterday's video. And I was sharing a couple of tips, and I'm gonna be sharing a lot more from it because it was amazing and I had a lot of notes. But one of the things that they were talking about was that sometimes it is so many options, there is so many opportunities, there is so many different ways of doing anything, that sometimes we get paralyzed because it's too many and we don't know where to start, because everything seems to be working for somebody, that everything seems to have some kind of an upside. Everything seems like there is a learning curve, right? So, and that overwhelming, it is difficult to manage because we don't have the results, we don't know where to go. Sometimes we don't have a step by step, we don't have a blueprint or a guide. And if you don't know any better, it's gonna be trouble for you. So one of the recommendations was, if there is multiple steps, if there is multiple ways, if there is multiple channels, if there is multiple options on doing whatever you're doing, pick one. Whatever, write down a list, what are the options, what can you do, and just go for one. Pick up one and start there, and just be consistent at it. And I talked about yesterday about consistency, so it's very important about how just picking one can also help you be more consistent at anything. So, and once you have that one single thing, just one, not two, not three, not four, not five. And sometimes we feel like we need to have these 20 steps before we get started. And you need to know that everyone started at some point. Everyone had different skill set levels, but they started somewhere and you have to start. So don't worry about that you need to have these 20 steps, that's 10 steps, the 5 steps, that many things. You do not have to worry about that. You have to worry about that you have to do the first step, because the only way to get to your goal, if it's 1,000 steps away from you, is by taking one step at a time. Just do one thing today that can get you closer to that, and be as obsessed in making it happen, on becoming a master in that single area. Now, when we think about masters, there's a lot of things that we can make it overwhelmingly, and it may not work, right? Just know that you're gonna be bad at the beginning. Everybody was bad at the beginning. Very few people were really good at anything when they started. So know that you're gonna be bad, if not worse. And then eventually you're gonna be getting better at it. You're gonna eventually get good, and you're gonna be doing the same thing over and over and over and over. And there is a phrase that probably you heard before, and they say that repetition makes perfect, right? Well, I think that the real phrase is repetition or practice makes permanent. So obviously, if you are doing the wrong stuff, you're gonna be repeating the bad stuff, and you're not gonna go anywhere. So you need to go what to do and how to do it, and evolving. So that's my message for today. I hope you got value. Like it, comment, share it, whatever you wanna do, tag a friend, anything. And I wanna hear from you. What's your thoughts? Are you struggling with these multi-steps? Are you struggling because you don't know how to start? Do you have problems finding these, how to focus and do one thing? If that's you, let me know. Let's get together. Let's have a conversation and let's make things happen. Thank you very much for watching. I will see you the next time. Bye for now.